So I believe the time has come. It's 1 minute or 2 minutes past the time I'm supposed to start. Thank you very much for joining me. It was pretty hard today to choose from the two presentations that are taking place simultaneously, because here we will have the AI topic, and on the other stage we will also have the AI topic. I hope I have brought to you today something that will be interesting for you, especially that those are the inside stories of our Sylius team. I must start with introducing myself. I'm Magda. I'm the product operations part of Sylius team. I've been there for almost or over already 10 years with Sylius. I must tell you that I'm stressing out, and it's basically my presentation, the first presentation after 5 years or so I'm doing publicly. So forgive me for taking some breaks or something, and I've got the stress in me, so sorry. So 10 years of Sylius, I've seen many things happening at Sylius, most of the big milestones happening at Sylius. I've been there, many late nights, many important issues like releases of the 1.0 and 2.0 versions. So today I work at the product operations. My job is pretty, sounds simple, and it's simple to say, but it's hard to do. So I try to connect all the dots that are happening at Sylius. That is also why I come to you to tell you about the AI, because it also connects many parts of Sylius, many parts of the company, the product company that we are running. I'm trying to basically squeeze the lemon to find all the best parts of all the things we do, to help them grow, to make them shine, and so on. Because our team is not huge. At Sylius, we are about 20-ish people. The ideas are endless. Everything happens fast, and new ideas happen a lot daily. I hear new ideas that can happen. And to ship more of these ideas, we needed a helper. And instead of hiring new people, we started to develop with the support of AI, or not only develop, but usually work with AI. We are not using it as a magic button. We are using it as a force multiplier. So this is basically how we use it. In this talk, I will show you where AI helped us, where it didn't. I will show you 4 concrete initiatives boosted with AI at Sylius. I will show you the rules we have, how we check if it actually works. I will also add some bit of healthy skepticism, because a very recent study shows that senior open source developers can be slower with AI, and that is a study, professional study that was run recently. And basically, the senior open source developers, this is us. So basically, we should have a close look at this kind of study. Deal? Deal. Let's go. First of all, we started very excited. Like when the AI tool started to be developed to suit for the things that we can do, we started very, very excited. And it really hit. Some of the things looked faster, some got slower. So we asked the honest question, did AI actually help, or did it only look or feel like it helped? And from that point, we treated AI like any other tool we use. So we've measured it first, adapted second, and kept only what proves value. What actually helped us was human, not the magic. So basically, the real AI, real intelligence is helping us a lot with using the artificial intelligence. So we share a lot of mistakes we do. We are asking, why are you using it like that? And accepting feedback from one another. We are using kind questions, and with working with blunt data. So basically showing to each other what works or what not. And we are choosing trust over ego. So basically, sometimes when you start doing something, it's really, really hard to come to it, to show it to your colleagues that you're struggling with something. And we really, really embrace this approach. So by using these things, the curve of adoption went really up again. And this recent research I've been mentioning to you, also our own trials are showing the same thing. Sometimes, especially for the senior engineers, AI can slow you down, really. The expectations and outcomes don't always match. We treat that as a design input, not just a sub-design. So we measure locally, allow versus disallow. So for the tasks that have the AI allowed and versus the disallowance. We also aim it where it fits. So basically, we have seen, and people have seen also in the research, that using it for spaces when you have no knowledge, so for unfamiliar code, is very usable. It's also very good for novices, so for junior developers, for onboarding and so on. So asking the AI tools to translate, to give you examples, to translate you what the code actually does, is a very good place. Also for the senior ones, so when you have a piece of code that you don't understand yet, it's also very good to ask the AI to help you understand it. We ask better. So we added more context, we add clear goal, we do a few drafts and so on. Then we iterate, of course, we keep the wins, drop the drags. This is the disciplined adoption that we are using at Sylius. I highly recommend to you finding out this study, because it actually confirms the experiences of all of us that we have at work. At Sylius, we do not force AI. There is no rule that AI has to be used. It spreads actually by usefulness. I've mentioned that we are sharing stories from one another, and by observing how our colleagues are using the AI, it's always easier for you to start using it on your own. We do tiny demos, so here's what worked for me today, stuff and so on. So we share what's actually usable for us. If it helps, people copy it, of course. If not, we drop it. Tools are personal. There is no, let's say, rule to use this kind of tool. Everyone is using sometimes different tools. Some love Cloud Code, some use Codex, some are ChatGPT people, some are Gemini fans. That's fine. That's pretty fine. The rule is simple. Show a repeatable win. So basically show what works for you, and the other person can try it and see if it works for them also. There could have been some scoreboard for everyone, like cycle time, quality, lesser work, but we are not embracing this approach yet, but it would be cool to have it. New trick today might be a better team tomorrow, basically. So sharing the stories you have, it's really good. One very important thing to remember is that large language models are statistical, not magical. Garbage in, garbage out. So we start with the context, the garbage, not for it to be the garbage. It's not the tool that you start with the context, with analyzing with your real intelligence what you're actually planning to do, what you know about the project, sharing with it what you are planning to do, what you know, and the context is basically everything. The AI should know all those things I'm mentioning to do the task properly. The goal should be clear, the scope should be clear, the files, the constraints, and one crazy tip that I could share to you, to add the done when part. So when you are building the context, you need to tell the tool when the task will be done. We have some stories from the inside that when you don't tell them when something is done, the tools are trying to delete some tests to make the whole suite green and so on. So you probably know those kind of stories. And this habit of creating rich context, scope-based context, lifted the quality than any model, basically. Than switching models and switching tools. And something from the people, some of the faces you might know. So meet our crew. small team, big brains. These are the people behind the Sylius 2.x, 2. Versions. These are the people that are building all the stuff that we are boasting about in our social media. And all the experiments I built today, I'm talking about today, they also gave me their best tricks. So basically, I'm the person coming to you, telling you what they are doing. And let's go one by one. Using the planning mode, for example, in Claude. 30 seconds of planning saves 30 minutes of arguing with the tool that you are using. So basically trying to make the tool understand what you are going to do with the code. Saying that the thing that I've mentioned, done when, for example, it renders on product page, the tests pass, because you are trying to omit the situation when the Cloud Code tells you that the tests are almost passing, so I will delete the red ones and we're okay. And the tool is happy, it's saying you that you're an excellent developer and everything's okay. Small, precise contexts. So basically not trying to create a giant context about everything you know. So trying to put everything you have in your head into the context, but trying to figure out what do you have to tell to the tool in order for the task to be solved. You probably have done that when you were on studies and so on. So trying to find the correct information that you need to share with the AI tool in order to have actually coded the thing that you would have coded by yourself. Reset often. So reset the context after completing a part of the task, not to have the garbage inside of the context. So that's something that the guys also are sharing with us. Rubber ducking. This is something that I also do for my own purposes. I do not code personally. But rubber ducking, I mean talking to the AI tool in order to test some kind of hypothesis that you have. It's pretty cool idea to test it and to have someone else down the air around you to talk to verify that you are thinking right. AI tools are great clarifiers. So basically, if you have a new piece of code, asking it to clarify it for you, to clarify what it does and where, how it's organized and so on, is pretty a good idea to use. And asking, for example, when the tool makes you something. So basically, when the tool codes for you, asking it for it to clarify on its own what it has changed and why. So coming to the AI initiatives, some of them you've probably heard also on the keynote in the morning, and some of the talks were mentioning it. Also, you might have clicked through our B2B demo of Elasto. So some of the initiatives that we have at Sylius you already know, but I will clarify 4 of them that I'm pretty sure are interesting for you. Starting with the MCP, Model Context Protocol. In one line, it's the USB-C for AI. It lets an AI agent safely call real tools in the shop. We have the MCP connector for Sylius. We got one installed also for Elasto. We will be sharing some more information about that in our social media soon. So basically, we are allowing the AI agent, which is interacted with by the user, to use the MCP tools and the Sylius acts. So basically, you can we've got the MCP tool that can make orders in Sylius shop. So that's the first approach we've made with AI. Then we paused a bit. We let the standard mature, because when we started this initiative, the MCP standard was just announced, let's say, and we need to clean our approach, so wait a bit until it matures. Now we are planning back with a bigger step, so an MCP integration layer. Think of it as a dock where you can plug more tools, not just cards and orders. For example, guided setups, configuring payments, taxes, shipping for you. So you ask the AI to configure a shipping method, for example, in Sylius, step by step. Troubleshooting. Why is checkout failing for France? Or why is checkout failing with this product? This is also a cool idea to be implemented for the MCP protocol. Other external tools, for example, CRM notes. Create a lead when a high-value card appears in the CRM. PIM lookup. Validate attributes before saving products. Shipping. Getting live rates from the shipping tools, shipping methods you are using. Printing labels. With support ideas, opening a ticket with logs attached, and so on. These are all the things that are possible to be developed within the MCP and MCP integration layers. We are just at the beginning of development. We need to understand actually the scenarios that we can propose in it. How we will judge success for such kind of tools? Fewer clicks for the admins, faster demos building, clear audit logs for every agent action, and so on. MCP lets us actually to prototype the human AI commerce flows. So basically, both the shop and the admin communication can be delegated to the MCP without the custom spaghetti that you are developing in other tools. Small tools, tight permissions, real outcomes. Installing, this one is probably something you have seen in our social media. This is the store wizard that we have developed. It is available open source, of course. You can find it in our docs if you scroll enough to the left bottom of our menu. This is a tool that you can use to build custom POCs of the Sylius shops with usage of AI under the hood to basically turn imaginations, turn the conversations you have with customers into a mocked real Sylius store for, like in the video you have seen in a moment, for vinyls or for music industry or for B2B. This is a thing we've been using also for parts of it because it's modular. We've been using to build Elasto to generate the mocked products that we have and the pictures that you are seeing in this demo. What else? We were building it for agencies to have a tool to generate a demo in hours instead of days, because sometimes a customer comes and they would like to see an example of the shop they are going to build with Sylius, and they would like to imagine how it is going to look like, and you are trying to make them sure that Sylius fits for them. And it's pretty cool to have such kind of tool just to quickly give this example to the customer. What I do not have on the slide, but basically I wanted to tell you that the installation of plugins via UI that Mikołaj was showing in the keynote is something that has also popped out of this initiative with the Store Wizard. Basically, we've seen that in the Store Wizard you can check which plugins you would like to have the Sylius installed in with. And this is the moment that we have this aha moment when we realize that actually putting it into the UI would be really cool and can be a really cool step to bow to the customers that don't have so much time or don't have these big budgets to develop bigger projects on Sylius. And the installation of plugins via UI is the fruit of our hackathon, basically. Also developed first with vibe coding, and as a proof of concept, we are going to work on it forward. Also, installing themes. If you remember that Sylius has this theming functionality used for having different themes among channels, this is something that we are going to work on to have themes. I mean, how the Sylius shop is going to look like, to have them have the availability, the option to install them also via UI, like the plugins. Yeah, that's basically about the store wizard. And another initiative that we have is the Rich AI contexts for migrations. This is something that I've been talking with some of you about yesterday and today, that we see after the release of Sylius 2.0, with the huge changes that we've made with the twig hooks and so on. That the agencies that have the plugins and have the projects are actually struggling to upgrade those projects and those plugins to 2.x version. And what we are planning to do, we are planning to release a set of rich contexts to make this work easier. With the migration knowledge that we have, we would like to put it in context packs. They include breaking changes, common diffs, checklists. AI uses that context to suggest changes, to flag risks. The reviewers stay in control. So basically, this is not an automation of work, but a tool to be used to make this work like guided to like you've had a Sylius dev team member with you, and we would be telling you basically where you can start or where you can continue or what you should look at when upgrading plugins. And the screenshot that we have actually here is an attempt to upgrade a community plugin of Setono to Sylius 2.x with the usage of those contexts. So you can find this PR and see how it actually, what is the result of using this kind of packs. At least we are going to have a starting point for this mission that we all have as a community to start upgrading plugins to 2.0 and then projects, because projects are, of course, much harder to handle. And the last one, some of you already know our new docs. We have moved from the old docs we had for 1.x Sylius edition to the 2.x to Gitbook. We've been translating, let's say, the old docs we used to have for 1.x. Those were the docs written based on multiple dozens of requests of our community. So we didn't want to lose the knowledge of issues solved in Sylius, the customization solved in Sylius, and we wanted to translate basically, because you are still on Sylius 2, you are still customizing Sylius the business way it was done on 1.x, and we didn't want to lose the business context of those documentations and translate it for Sylius 2.x. So for the principles we have with twig hooks and so on, with the new APIs and stuff. The AI, we've built an AI model that we've been using for it, that was using the knowledge we'd had from our migrations. It was using the knowledge from the repository it had in its context. It was using, of course, the old docs in order to prepare the docs for the 2.0 version. It helped us a lot. We migrated the content, kept the names consistent, the structure basically stayed the same. And what else? In the agent that was helping us, we've told it to write it more with a lower entry barrier. So basically for people that, for example, do not know Sylius yet or do not know Symfony yet, to enable them to start working with Sylius. So that is a thing that we've started recently. We are trying to basically make the docs more approachable so that they don't hit a wall when they don't know Sylius or they don't know Symfony, or have the correct links, for example, to start with, and all those connections are correct. Okay. From the marketing side, a simple graph, basically. Also on our marketing, we're using AI heavily. And when watching the marketing team, basically, I saw the learning curve in action. So when they started using because I write a lot of content also, when we started using the AI tools for marketing, at the very beginning, we are very, very excited. It was looking cool. Then we've realized the content it is writing is not very perfect, and it's like a lot of things are wrong, and it's getting things wrong. And then it took time. We were feeding the beast. We were feeding the beast with context. It was feeding actually itself while writing the docs, while doing the upgrades. And after a year or so, we are now satisfied with how it works for us, and we are really using it good. And the content it produces is actually true, and there is not much that has to be adapted to make it work correctly. And this is the thing that there was such kind of trend of creating all those things. And yeah, some people remember it. Okay. Quick tips for the things we do every day. We use AI for broader research. So basically, as you know, the team is not big. We need to have tools that do research for us that has to be then checked, of course, by human. But when I use it for landscaping, let's say who offers what, pricing and docs quality, recent changelog, and so on, it's pretty much very, very useful. And enabling non-technical people. So basically trying to explain to our marketing team, for example, what is what and how it works. It's invaluable to have such kind of helper to get rid of simple questions. I mean, to have a helper that says it in a way that they understand it, not only me. Drafting and cross-linking docs. This is something cool. Cross-linking with Symfony, cross-linking with API platform, and so on. This is really usable also. And the optional copilots for dev, of course, that I've mentioned previously, the Cloud Code or Codex are pretty useful every day. Something that we are observing, we have a team composed of both senior developers that are today with us and with mid developers and juniors, while seniors bring judgment, architecture, safety rails. They decide when to not use AI. Juniors bring the creativity, the fresh patterns, the fearless exploration of the new prompts, new workflows. Seniors set constraints and juniors explore inside them. So the team still compounds value, because when we started working with AI, there was a threat that no more juniors will be in our IT world. We actually see a very great benefit of having those juniors inside of our team and making them test new solutions. First, accept that change takes time. Some people click with it quickly. Others need a different, slower route. Second, share what worked whenever you spot an AI opportunity. And third, focus on repetitive tasks. Those are those handled by AI perfectly. Documentation, migrations, demo generations, support tools. Those are all great places to start. Fourth, run a short retrospective with the whole team, with the people that you are working with, and share the mistakes. This is something that they are going to be open about it, that you've made a mistake and you were struggling with it for 5 hours to make it work, because your colleagues will learn from it for sure. So not everyone is at the same place, basically. Some teammates will prompt with eyes closed and get weaker results. That is okay. We normalize the learning curve among each others. We share an example that worked. We provide patterns and context packs, so result improve quickly. That also applies to our community, not only in our internal team. We are what's with the future, basically. I've mentioned it a couple of times during the presentation, but we are expanding the MCP scenarios beyond orders to configuration, troubleshooting, guided setup. We are refining, for example, Codex and other similar tools in our maintenance workflows. So basically, answering to issues, triaging pull requests, and so on, moving away from the tools that do not fit us, because, for example, we had installed CodeRabbit on our repositories, and they are not suitable for us, so we are going to replace it with other tools. We are planning to publish plugin compatibility hints, so those guides to help you guys upgrade plugins and share parts of our upgrade context so the community benefits from it too. And a lot of POCs, so basically building new stuff. For example, building new kinds of plugins with only the usage of AI. This is something that's happening in the side of our team. Oh. That's all from me. Actually, the AI did not change who we are. We are still the same team working together. No one was laid off. No, we have no new faces, basically. We are just using new tools and learning how to share how we were working with them. So basically, that's what's happening on our part. Is there anything that you'd like to ask me about? If no. Oh, there is Gabby.
What MCP tools have you managed to embed in your day-to-day activity? The great success, and which one were a visible failure?
The other MCP tools from other solutions, you mean?
No. In your development, in your day-to-day life as a developer or product owner, or whatever role is taking the most part of your working day, what MCP tools were you able to successfully implement? Do you consider them your personal side success story? And which ones were complete failure?
To get your question correctly, the MCP tools, if we are talking about the MCP, we are just starting out, because I think in the last month there was a boost of all kinds of. And the one that I know that we've been testing about is, for example, Figma and the implementation of UIs from the Figma designs. And this one is doing pretty cool also on Sylius projects. So this one we are working with. I do not recall any failures yet, but probably we will have some in the coming weeks, because we are just starting to work with this kind of tools.
Maybe.
Okay. Jacques.
Are you planning to use AI to help all the ecosystem, like all the plugins, to get the upgrading species?
Yes.
Takes.
Yes, that is the way that we found. We are planning to use AI to help the ecosystem upgrade the plugins and upgrade the projects. We are going to release a context packs for you guys to start upgrading easier. I've mentioned, probably weren't there yet, but we are planning to have those contexts like we were sitting with you guys to help you upgrade. So they should work like that.
And do you have a date with Codex?
This year. This year would be a safe bet that we will do it. We have, I've shared it on my slide somewhere before. I will find it here. On a Setono plugin, we have used those contexts to upgrade his plugin to Sylius 2.0, and it worked. So basically, this is the only publicly available version to see how it operates, but we will do it this year, I think.
Yeah, since we at Masterbees with migrate its all component used to this to would it be possible to share this?
Of course.
And also we use what you need to improve that footage.
We already have a repository that is private, but we will make it public and make you and let you guys contribute to it.
Try it if you want with it.
No.
Help with that. Sure.
We are not going to keep it private forever. We are just keeping it private until we've tested it actually on your plugins, because testing it on our own plugins is not the same play as testing it on community plugins. So yeah, that's it. Okay. That would be it. Not to take too much time of my next person. Yeah, that would be Mike today. Yeah. So thank you very much.